Stage 8. I'm with Kilibonya Biteng Katusa on sign language. Now, the President, Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, and the First Lady, Meneo Masisi, exercised their constitutional right this morning in Moshopa, where they registered to vote. Speaking at a press conference following the registration, the President, Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, called on all eligible voters or citizens to register to vote, citing it as a full expression of any citizen's right and responsibility in contributing to shaping the democracy for a better Botswana. Utsidile Onkabetse.
Voter registration across the country got underway 2 weeks ago, 9 months ahead of the anticipated 2024 general election. This has seen a significant fraction of Botswana's 2.4 million plus population across the country heading towards polling stations to register. President Masisi and the First Lady officially registered to vote in Moshopa, exemplifying the ideals of constitutional rights and freedoms afforded every citizen in any democracy.
I plead, I beg every eligible citizen, wherever they are in the world, to take advantage of this period, short, compressed period in which we register to exercise our constitutional right to elect a government of our choice and representatives of our choice. It's extremely important. It's the finest display you can put on as a citizen of the oldest multi-party, stablest democracy in Africa and among those few in the world that have committed consistently to this process.
The active participation of citizens at all levels is significant to enhancing a free and fair electoral process.
I plead that you, journalists, extend this plea to everyone, yourselves included. It's a free country to go and elect those that you think could run the affairs of this country best. And as I said, at a time appropriate, I will be among those, and I hope there are quite a number who present themselves as candidates for presidency, so there is healthy competition. You can judge us by our record, you can judge us by our integrity, you can judge us by our delivery, you can judge us by what you think would work best conceptually for this country.
The legalities of contested competition during elections are in evidence, affording those who are given to challenging an election to constitutionally do so.
But in the event that you have reason to suspect something may have gone wrong, there's a well-elaborated procedure also in the law that enables you to challenge an election. But that also presupposes you accepting that procedure and therefore be willing to accept the outcome of that procedure. You can ventilate it right up to the highest court, being the appeals court in Botswana. And everything is predicated upon accepting the outcome of such.
Renowned regionally and internationally as an epitome of democracy, Botswana will be electing her 13th parliament, having successfully held elections every 5 years. Utsidile Onkabetse, BTV News.
And the President of Mokgweetsi Masisi appointed Retebelelo Alfred Bonang as the ambassador of the Republic of Botswana to the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia and permanent representative to the African Union. Ambassador Bonang is a seasoned career diplomat with over 20 years' experience in the Foreign Service. He joined the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in 1991 as a Foreign Affairs officer and rose through the ranks, serving in different capacities. As Botswana's envoy in Addis Ababa, Ambassador-designate Bonang is expected to, among others, be instrumental in facilitating Botswana's contributions to the Continental Development Agenda, including the transformative AU Agenda 2063, which seeks to realize an integrated, prosperous and peaceful Africa. Ambassador-designate will take up his appointment in February 2024. And the Member of Parliament for Kanye South, Dr. Lemogang Kwape, informed the residents of Kwakwe Ward in Kanye of some of the bills that were passed and decisions made during the last parliamentary session. He says some requests which Botswana rather sent that involve the development of their villages to ease access to some public services have been approved and the funds allocated to support such. Kisofetse Makwinja.
Dr. Kwape says some of the developments expected in his constituency from the national budget funds includes the construction of Kanye Hospital, Kwakwe Primary School, the Sabanyana Primary School, as well as the road infrastructures.
Uso intite madia kananka 21 billion pula ore moditson tsa lehatshe la Botswana ro ketse madia ditlhabololo go gaisa jaaka kilao kediwa a go a hella ho gona le madi a selekanyo sa didika-dika di le 10 million pula a ke a neelwang ke le mo palamente.
The residents also expressed some of the challenges they're facing, such as water shortage, land allocation disputes, as well as the rising crime rates in their area.
How wana kiriana jana ke ja tswi dikgomo ka tshirisimo sejana ba tsa re dipudi di le 5 ba ja tshirisimosi batho ba ka nna ke mo mathateng
burukutla ka ke bo hela ele rona re bodira me gore bo hele ke gore ke rona re bo lese re bo tlogele so se ke re ke se itemogetseng thata gore se rotloetsa burukutli
One of the issues, Dr. Kwape also appealed to the residents to register for the Moletlotlo program to help to improve their livelihoods. Kese Rofetse, Magwenja BTV News, Kanye.
Now, the Minister for Defense and Security, Rekaso Musi, says imparting necessary skills and knowledge plays a crucial role in attaining an ideal of being a center of excellence as well as the epitome of self-discipline amongst individuals. Musi highlighted this at the official opening of the 3-day ministry's Team 40 Mindset Change training held in Gaborone. Mujadi Mukibelo.
The Ministry of Defense and Security's Team 40 Mindset Change training, drawn from the country's security organs and other departments, marks yet another milestone achieved in implementing the Ministry's Mindset Change Roadmap, which is a guide to the implementation of the National Mindset Change Road, led by the President, Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi. The training is also expected to upskill the defense personnel with vast knowledge and attitudes of mindset change within the Ministry's departments.
This is the beginning of a spade work to uproot the prevailing mindsets that inhibit change, progress, and growth in our ministry, including its departments and agencies. At this juncture, let me reiterate that mindset change starts within ourselves. Simolla mo go wena, mo pelong ya gago le mo moeng wa gago. Team 40, you can only preach mindset change successfully if you have transformed yourself.
Learning the etiquette in mindset change remains a critical component amongst the Team 40 defense personnel.
Honorable Minister, I take this moment to assure you that we are committed to delivering quality services to Botswana and our visitors. We will carry out our work tasks with due professionalism. To this end, our application to the job will be characterized by a high level of awareness of 2036.
Reka khona go change the organization tsa rona hela a rona re changeile how sa change how ka kiwa khona go tsamaisa change. You can only be an agent of change if you have changed. If you don't change, always stuck more mindset ngolo ona le mmala o bontsho. A ke re go na le mmala o bontsho le mmala o blue. How stuckile mo a negative mindset change? Mindset, how ka ke wa khona go change organization. So you have a mammoth task. Le na le tiro e tona e tona a isolehetseng gore le tla mo thusa gore a itsweledise.
The 3-day training workshop is expected to help the Team 40 defense personnel with necessary skills, demonstrating the need for mindset change and become the agents of change. Moja Dimu Kibelo, BTV News, Gaborone.
You're watching BTV News and thank you for staying with us. Now, farmers at the Maiswe Cattle Post and Field Farms in the Bobonong area will have a sigh of relief from the expenses of livestock feeding as they were affected by the drought now that the area has recorded notable rainfall. BTV News reporter Karamulusi recently visited the farmers to capture the experience of the drought in life after recent rainfall. Let's hear more.
Bobonon South, as part of Bobera, is one area susceptible to drought due to its size of grazing land and livestock population. However, this time around, the farmers are beaming with smiles and restored hope. Even though the rains came late, the area has recorded a sufficient amount, evidenced by the lively green forest, availability of pastures and water that may translate to increased livestock productivity.
Tota ha dipula di nela ka dinela yana se re dira gompieno ha re sa feed re a supplement re sa diliki thata re duema go go mo di tshwara nama kana po ikhutshwane go ga ene e bakang ha thota ke yone le maswa thata dipula di nela yana ke yone nantsi go nta ga kgoga malwetse a teng ga akalo ke malwetse hela le gone malwetse a tshwana bola piskin ke bona gantsi yana e ta tshwenyang mme gantsi rena ra kentala ka nako ka re tota se ke bua hetse re itse gore naga ya rona e ntse ja e thokana le ke nako gore change re direng thuele kgwebo ka mabaka gore ke yone gompieno le gore ka re thusa nna ga ke lebile ya.
The scorching heat was a blow for the horticulture farmers who use irrigation systems, but the recent rainfall brought the much needed glimmer of hope.
Pula e sa tswa gona e dirile go siame thata e kgonne go thusa dijalo gore di tsoge ne di na le bothatanyana ja heat stress di kgonne go tsoga mme e re tiseditse mathata a mohero e le gore ga re kgone go laole jaanong kana ha mohero o tsile yana o tla le diji hela tse dintsi tse e le gore ga o di laole or else o kgona go lusa thobo ya gago yote ke ngwaga wa luba tota mme hela ga ona le maikaelelo luba ga e nne sekgoreletsi o leka kanata gore o kgone gore thobo ya gago o isireletse.
With these efforts, farmers in Bobonon South demonstrate commitment to contributing towards the country's quest to attain food security, adopting a bottom-up approach from the localities. Karabo Mulusi, BTV News, Bobonong.
Now, the Principal Registration Officer for Mukhoditsane West Constituency, Mekle Malikongwa, says they expect more people to come forth to register to vote in the constituency. She says so far they have registered 2,146 people.
Even though Mukhoditsane is amongst those areas experiencing a notable growth in population compared to other areas in the country, the expectation is that there will be a rush to the polling stations to register to vote due to these high numbers. However, it is to the contrary, as only a handful are making their way to the voter registration stations.
Ne go le bonyanyana mme re itemogela gore ha malatsi a ntse a tsamaya o ka re le ha go le bonya ga go tshwane le malatsi a ntlha re itemogetse gore ha ke ha sekai ka Mukhoditsane West gore malatsi a mararo a ntlha re ne re kwadisitse bathophi ba ka nna 1009 mme ha go ntse go tsamaya mo bekeng ene he tae from letsatsi la mosupologo go a go tsena ka la botlhano re ne re kwadisitse bathopi ba le 1237 total ha re lebile le ha go na le koketsego ga se koketsego e botoka ha re lebile gona gore kana tota 1009 o re buang ka ene o ne le 1009 wa 3 days mme 1137 e ne le 1137 wa 5 days so tota ga se koketsego e leng gore re ka re ke koketsego e nametsang.
From 2,146 people who have registered thus far, a sizable number is made up of the elderly people outnumbering the youth.
Mme mo go ikwadiseng mo go lebega e le gore tota go ikwadisa bagolo thata go na le banana ga ba ikwadisi ka dipalo tse di nametsang jaanong re le ka gone gore re tswe ka ditsela tse e leng gore re ka rotloetsa banana ka tsone gore ba kgone go ikwadisa re simolola go etsa yana mo motseng gone gore batho ba simolole go ikwadisa.
Despite these low turnouts in some registration points, it is hoped that the points will experience more traffic as the voter registration window is left with just over 2 weeks. BTV News.
And that's how we end our bulletin at this hour. Thank you very much for watching.
This is In Context, our sports update brought to you by Tato Khosumra. Thank you for joining us. Let's take a look at our top story this afternoon. Local motorsport star Ross Branch remains in the hunt of a podium finish at the 2024 Dakar Rally as he maintained a second place in the overall standings after 8 stages. The Hero Motorsports rider who finished the stage 8 in the 8th position, completing the round of 678 kilometers in 3 hours and 39 minutes. Argentine Kevin Benavides won the stage in 3 hours and 35 minutes ahead of his brother Luciano Benavides, while Adrian Van Beveren finished in 3rd place. The results leaves a Branch second in the general classifications with 4 stages to go. Coming back home, Gaborone Young's strikers have stretched their lead at the top of GACFA Division 1 table after defeating Sebele Shooters by a 1-0 in their first game of the year played at Solfellow Primary School grounds over the weekend. Lydia Puloko with more.
Gaborone Young strikers started the new year at the top of the table with 26 points they acquired from 8 wins and 2 draws. The team, under the guidance of Unkabetse Mbangiwa, had lost 1 game since the beginning of the season. Sebele Shooters, on the other hand, are in position 2 with 20 points from the 11 games they have played so far. The Sebele-based side have won 6 games, played to a draw 3 times and lost twice. The game started on a snail pace, both teams showing fatigue from the festive break and failed to hit the back of the net until the halftime break. In the second half, both teams continued fighting to get a goal, but to no avail. On the 64th minute, however, Shooters' defense fouled Kaiser Sangweni inside the box and the referee awarded a penalty. Mohamed Iwa scored from the spot to give Strikers a lead. It remained 1-0 until the final whistle as Strikers opened the New Year's account with a win to stress their lead at the top of the table.
I am very impressed because we long planned for this win. And that is the sacrifice everybody might do. The intention was to keep the ball because we know that these guys have Abula well in time. So we had to keep the ball to tire them so that at the end they'll be tired. That's how we punish them second half.
First game, the first year always in Nadingalo, especially these players about some of the Christmas festiving and a bunch about Jamaica, they are fatigued, but overall they played well. Mosamiko on that second half. By the moment they are similar second half, when I play with the stronger. It is a game of Jamaica, our normal.
In other results, bottom-placed Union Flamingo Desportos played a 3-3 draw against Premium Stars, while Space Moonlanders lost 1-0 to City Eagles. Enfield Walkers also had a bad day in office as they lost 2-1 to Vico Maids. Broadest Sundowns and Powerline played to a 1-1 draw, while Kings Park Rangers shared the spoils with Bikaho after playing to a 3-3 draw. Marabula Hungry Leopards played to a 1-1 stalemate against struggling Broadest United, who are yet to register a win in the current season. Lydia Puluko, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
Meanwhile, Gaborone City Region Football Association Chairperson Tapelo Mutusim says though they encountered a few challenges last year, he's happy with how their league started, as all teams have managed to honor their fixtures so far into this season.
The games are not all the games that were fixtured, challenge that facing ke ha go run the reflex to the center kuma baleng go itse go di festival mo o tshisa kana ka e batla so go la go run the reflex ya go kotse mo di gaming tse dingwe ba re fa bale ba bedi o mongwe re fa le one but ha re simolana everything was okay. Good things to come. I think we have a tournament that ya bo mme le bo re hela yalo and start wala gape ka di playoffs so itse mo tabile go mokweni and I hope young strikers guys stay super eta go remela sen.
Still with the Division 1 action about looking at Kwenin region, Majuing SC moved to the top of the log after defeating Tamaga Shooting Stars by a 1-0 at TSS ground this weekend. Majuing, who went into this encounter in second place behind Sanyani Celtics, scored the winning goal in the second half following a defense mix which allowed Pikati Mokokong to slot in. This was Majuing's 7th win of the season from 12 matches, while Tamaga Shooting Stars were losing for the third time in the 2023-2024 league campaign, leaving them in 6th place. In other weekend clashes, Kumakwan United and the Mopane played to a 1-1 draw. Matebejayana secured all 3 points in a 3-0 against the African Birds. Mega Tornado and the Dintorongkong shared the spoils in a 1-1 draw. Hoka 11 defeated Rabano United 2-1. Muritsani edged out Blackburn Callis 1-0. Blue Aces secured 2-1 win against the Rockmasters, while the match between Tamaga FC and previous log leaders Sanyani was called off due to waterlogged pitch. In AFCON news, Egypt and Mozambique played to a 2-2 draw in a Group B match played at Abidjan, Ivory Coast yesterday. The result means that Mozambique and Egypt are on position 2 and 3 respectively in Group B standings, which is led by Cape Verde.
The 7-time champions opened the scoring after 2 minutes into the action through Mustafa Mohamed. However, Mozambique, who recently played a 1-1 draw against the Zebras in a friendly encounter in Johannesburg, turned the contest around with 2 quick goals in the second half. Witty levered for Southern African nation before Clesio strike gave them the lead. The Pharaohs avoided the upset back in injury time as Liverpool's highly rated striker Mohamed Salah scored a penalty to secure a point. In another Group B clash last night, Cape Verde came out victorious in their clash against the Black Stars of Ghana by 2-1, while in Group A, Nigeria opened their campaign with a 1-1 draw against Guinea-Bissau. AFCON matches continues this evening. Defending champions Senegal take on Gambia, while Cameroon will lock horns with Guinea in Group C. Both matches will be played at Charles Beni Stadium. In Group D, Algeria will be up against Angola from 10 p.m.
And with that said, we come to the end of In Context, a sports segment. Thank you for watching. And then Context continues on the other side. Stay tuned and stay blessed.